Hello, welcome to the Matchroom Football again. I'm Kamal with you with the latest news and opinions. Today I would like to discuss and tell about Bruno Fernandes, about the Real Madrid situation and some transfer rumors, about some games in Premier League that was played. First of all, I would like to start about Bruno Fernandes, who is showing amazing performance this season, who is, one of the best footballers for this season, and named by the football writers as footballer of the year. And it's of course he's not PFA winner yet, but he can be, and he could even break the record of most assists per season. For that, he needs to give 2 more assists, and he has 2 more games left to do it. Let's see, will he do it or no? Because when you thinking about this too much and concentrating on one thing, it's more difficult to do it without the pressure, because before that he was giving assists without paying attention to this kind of records, and after understanding that he can break the record, by some chance he started to be not too much effective in some moments, let's say. So let's see what's gonna happen. And for today, some teams played their Premier League matches, and I could mention about, first of all, Liverpool Football Club, who played in Anfield with Chelsea and played a draw 1-1. Amazing goal from Gravenberg was after that in the first half of the game, answered by Enzo Fernandes from the free kick. And on the second half, both teams had their own chances. Game was quite open, and they even scored some goals, but it was from offside, and the game is finished as a 1-1. What I can say about this game, it's Arne Slot under the pressure by his own fans, let's say, because it's the second time when the team who is not on their best taking a draw from in Anfield. And some weeks ago, it was Tottenham Football Club who was a disaster, let's say, in that period. And he, with Igor Tudor, took his only 1 point in and right now Chelsea, who was also disaster in last 5-6 matches, who couldn't even take a draw, who was losing the last 5-6 matches, is taking a point in Anfield. And in my opinion, as as a personal opinion, I could say that Arne Slot is not good enough for this team. It seems like he's another version of Erik Ten Hag. He wasted too much money in summer transfer window, and what he shows by the team, by the performance, is not quite impressive in my opinion. But from what I have read in the press, what I have read in from the football journalists, he will be given the chance for the upcoming season from the Liverpool board, and let's see will it be a good decision or not, because most probably they will degrade next season. They will be worse, and most probably they will not even get to the Champions League qualification. I'm not saying even about playing for the title. So for another matches, I could say that Manchester United also played a draw with Sunderland, 0-0. And it's Man United is now 5 or 6 points ahead from Liverpool, and they are the third. Liverpool is the fourth, and there is nothing to do with this, because 2 games left, and even they will lose in the 2 games, most probably they will stay as the third. But it doesn't mean that they need to show some kind of rubbish performance, because it is Manchester United at the end of the day. However, it's a footballers, let's say, psychology. It's a psychological thing, because they have done everything which can be done. Right now they cannot go higher, or they cannot go lower, so they are most probably are playing in a relaxed mood. I mean, the Manchester United players and the coaching staff also maybe more relaxed than before. About Manchester United, I could add some situations that related with Real Madrid. As we know, some from the recent news, two Real Madrid teammates, Tchouaméni and Valverde, made a fight between each other, and after that, Real Madrid, as a football club, they fined them both each for 500,000 euros, overall 1 million euros, and the case is finished. It was a quite wise way to quit, to exit the situation, in my opinion, but anyway, Orient Tchouaméni seems he will go in upcoming summer transfer window, because it's when this kind of situation happens, the people on as a board and the clubs, as big clubs as Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or so on, the board is treating like politicians. They first of all try to make everyone calm down, and after all the pressure goes, by knowing who was guilty, they will rid of that person, and it's a matter of the time. And the time will be in this upcoming transfer window, in my opinion. So Manchester United will have a good chance to sign Tchouaméni as he is a dream target for them. They think that he is one of the best midfielders in the world, and they will try to get him. He is most probably in his prime. He is not too young. He is not too old. He is 25 or 26, and he's in the perfect age to be bought, and they will try to sign him. About Manchester United, I could add that Fabrizio Romano on his Twitter posted that Ederson, the midfielder Ederson from Atalanta, is on the list of Manchester United for the upcoming transfer window. And he is not as a first choice. It seems that he is not as a first choice, but he can be signed also. The problem can be the price tag that was asked by Atalanta, 40 or 45 million euros, which is too much for the player whose contract will be finished in 2027. It's only one season, and I think he is overvalued. He is not overvalued for his age or his ability or as a player, let's say. He is overplayer for the contract situation, because when you have 1 year contract left, your price tag needs to be reduced, because if the player will not leave the club, he will do it after his contract will finish. And let's see what's gonna happen, because if we analyze this situation, and if I see that Ederson is not maybe the first choice for Man United to bring, there is another side of the coin, that other players who top position of Manchester United list as a midfielders, as a potential midfielders, are too much expensive, and Man United will not gonna buy them. Sandro Tonali most probably will cost around 100 million euros. The same thing I could say about Elliot Anderson, because Nottingham Forest will not gonna go to the championship, and their owner is not some kind of person who needs selling some players. He wants to keep them to be better. He has a big ambition, and in that case, Man United will not overpay, I think, and they don't need to overpay, because from the last experience, I could say that when you are overpaying for the players, they are most probably will not show their best performance. They will be under pressure, under big pressure, and everyone will expect something extraordinary from them. And at the end of the day, it will be some kind of disaster, as from the Anthony we have seen, or maybe from Paul Pogba. Let's say Pogba was not too much bad, but at the end of the day, he was not too good as it was thought. Even I could mention Jadon Sancho, who was brought for around 80 million euros. A lot of players who was overpaid didn't show their best, and it's not wise to do it. As a bonus for today, I could mention about Jose Mourinho. Mr. Jose, it seems that the special one will come back to Real Madrid for the upcoming season as a permanent head coach. It's up to Florentino Perez, as one of the famous journalists, Fabrizio Romano, mentioned. But it seems from the situation from the situation which I'm observing that he will come back. Because Florentino Perez wants somebody who is experienced, and the same thing he made with Carlo Ancelotti when he brought him back when he was not on his prime in Everton. The same thing most probably he gonna repeat with Jose Mourinho. Also, he is not in his prime in Benfica, but he thinks Perez thinks that his experience gonna play a big role, especially with the big players who, let's say big players who have a big egos, and let's see what's gonna happen. But I will give for that 99% chance that Mourinho gonna come back to Real Madrid. Thanks for watching. Please let me know your comments in order to discuss it in upcoming videos. Have a good evening. Bye bye.